culture. This is a really interesting subject to me because it's a term that's widely overused and has kind of lost its original meaning. Despite its overuse, it's actually still very, very, very real. And it absolutely affects how we think of rape and sexual assault. So basically, even though it's overused, it actually does still exist. Absolutely. We're going to talk about how we can change things on that front. Moving on. So examples of rape culture. Slut-shaming and victim blaming. Jokes, banter with song lyrics that normalize rape and sexual assault, the objectification of women or men, gender stereotypes, and tolerance of devious behavior. Teaching women to, but this is basically what is rape culture, and I need to amend this. What it is teaching women to avoid getting raped instead of teaching men not to be raped. I want to take off that bit about teaching men not to be raped because you know better. You're not sharks smelling blood in the water. You know better. We all do. Rape culture, what it comes down to, is basically attacking the victim of rape versus the rapist. That's rape culture, and it does exist. I know you've all seen examples of it and perhaps have experienced it yourself. The reason that these contribute is because we don't take rape or sexual assault seriously, and we absolutely should. Gender stereotypes are absolutely harmful and lead to unreported incidents, victim blaming, and ultimately rape culture is, I already went over that. And victim blaming. It doesn't have to. It absolutely doesn't have to. You can change these things with yourself. Change starts with you. As cheesy as it is, it absolutely starts with you. Moving on. Everyone is affected. Between 2010 and 2014, 679,051 sexual assaults and rapes of males took place over the entire UK. Of those, 652,568 were not reported to any police force. Why? Because we do not take it seriously. That's rape culture. Absolutely. Male assault and rape is very real. Absolutely. And what they're finding as they do studies over time, the average rate of perpetration is about even over the genders. It does affect women more, absolutely. Because it's reported more, and because of how we view it. It is happening to men at the same levels. Absolutely. I've actually gotten a lot of questions about this. Basically, how do you know if something is wrong? Because we don't treat genders the same. How do we know if something is sexual assault or rape against a man? Basically, the rule of thumb that I've come up with is switch the genders. Say you're out with your friends, like at a pub or something, and you see some behavior happening towards a guy, switch the genders. If that were a woman and the same behavior were happening to her by a man, how would you be reacting? For instance, if you go out to a pub and see a girl grabbing a guy's ass and trying to grab his crotch and all that, if that were a girl happening by a guy, how would we be reacting? We'd be freaking the fuck out. That's how we know. Just because someone is a gender we don't normally identify as being a victim or capable of being a victim of rape and sexual assault doesn't detract from the fact that it is happening. Absolutely. You can change it. It's so exciting. So again, to reiterate an early point, yes, legally a woman cannot rape a man, but it does happen. It absolutely happens. And it does not diminish what is happening to them. There isn't much data, but what they're finding as well is that men are experiencing domestic abuse at higher levels than women because they count verbal abuse as abuse. It's absolutely happening. But again, it doesn't, just because you're not the right gender to be attacked doesn't mean it's not happening to you. It doesn't mean you don't get to report it. Absolutely can, absolutely should do it. Absolutely. Speak the fuck up. Moving on. The consequences of not having consent or any dialogue regarding that are real. PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic stress disorder, is a mental health condition triggered by a terrifying event consequence. Permanent. It also includes substance abuse, self-harm, depression, STIs, pregnancy, flashbacks, and suicide. The consequences tend to be different for each gender, but that doesn't diminish what's happening to you. They are real, they are permanent, and you have every right to do something about it, period. The stigma is very real. Again, we don't believe women can rape men because of the erection. Again, physiological response to physical stimulation. That simple. And unfortunately, those who are sexually assaulted or raped are 4 times more likely to attempt suicide and 6 times more likely to succeed. That should not be happening. And it can we can stop it from happening if we start treating these things seriously and with the respect they deserve. If we treat each other with the respect we are absolutely deserved, this will stop happening. Really. We need a new language. Again, we live in this fantastic era. People can be their most genuine selves. That's amazing. This is a gift we're being given. You can choose to be whoever you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be, and you will find someone eventually. Again, it's shitty. It takes time, but you will find someone eventually. Absolutely. What will help is acceptance, awareness, and tolerance of each other. And wonderfully, it's never been higher than it has been now. And it's very important that we keep it that way. We also need to stop attacking people because they're different from ourselves. It's not helping. It's not helping. If we want things to get better, it's up to us to do it. Everyone deserves to be treated the same way, with respect. Different does not equal bad. Ultimately, change is on you. Do you want change? It's on you. Ask questions. Answer the questions. Be mindful of your choices and the impact, and be mindful of the impact that it's having, because it's always far more far-reaching than we ever think. And people don't always show it. We do not show what has happened to us physically. It's not there. It's not branded on our head. Shit happened to me. You have to be treating people as though there's more to the story than you ever understand, because that's always what's going on. Change is on you. If you don't like the way things are, do something about it. You have a voice, use it. Stand up for yourself. Treat yourself with respect you deserve. You need to remember also that no one has it completely figured out. Anyone who says otherwise is either a politician or needs the medication adjusted. There's no such thing. No one knows everything. There are people who dedicated their lives to this subject and still drop in the bucket is what we know. Always keep yourself open to learning. That will help you tremendously. The acceptance of yourself and everyone around you is vital. You need to take responsibility and also go into things with a healthy mindset. As serious and kind of, well, a little negative perhaps that this is all revolving around, sex is awesome. And you should absolutely be doing it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. You just need to be doing it safely and consensually. That's it. So as far as that goes, I think we should all go get a cup of tea now. Play it. Oh, go, keep going. There you go. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Annie Durwood. That wraps up our sexual health consent talks. Come on, get more lollies and pens. Any questions, come up and see me. Thank you so much.